Fantastic anthropomorphic folks in my Dungeons and Dragons campaign setting? Sign me up, please. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the show and a big country welcome to all the new faces here on the channel. Glad to have you. It is a bright and sunny Tuesday here in the Mid-Ohio Valley, and y'all know what that means. We're going to talk about some games. That's right. It's Tabletop Tuesday, and boy, do I have a beloved classic for y'all today, the Humblewood campaign setting from Hit Point Press. Originally launching on Kickstarter all the way back in 2019, Humblewood was built as a campaign setting for the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons. Project had a modest goal of 20,000 but ended up funding over 1 million. Although the Kickstarter has long since ended, the set can still be purchased directly from the Hit Point Press website, link in the description below. The Humblewood campaign setting presented us with a world of Everdeen, where between the mighty Crest Mountain Range and the vast Mock Fields, Mock, such a reference to Mock from Rock and Rule, one wonders, lies the mystical forest of Humblewood. Everdeen, you see, is populated by non-traditional races, animal folk in particular. It very much hums to a similar tune as Magic the Gathering's Bloomborough set, and folks can draw inspiration from either for either. So similar are they in theme and presentation. Humblewood has been ruled for centuries by birdfolk in their great tree city of Alderheart, at least until the countryside nearby starts getting torched. Which presents us with the overarching narrative theme of Humblewood. What's torching the forest and why? To that end, we're immediately presented with an adventure, levels 1 through 5, that explores that very question. I won't spoil any of that here. It's best to play through it yourself and uncover what's up. Trust me. Of course, this set is over half a decade old, so people probably already know, but I digress. No spoilers here. So the Humblewood setting is populated by a number of anthropomorphic races, which was really all I needed to get hooked. The races are divided into two broad categories. You got bird folk and you got the humble folk. Bird folk are, not surprisingly, all bird races, while the humble folk are all ground-based mammals. The humble in their title setting up the in-game tension between the races as some bird folk cast a disparaging eye on the land-bound races, considering them humble. The Corvum are a crow-like race, subdivided into Dusk and Kindled Corvum. Dusk excel sneaking and urban living, while the Kindled have a way with words. The Gallus are chicken-like, and even though they're technically bird folk, they're often found amongst the humble folk, as they like to be close to nature, forming big communities. Very country-like, I can dig that. Gallus are subdivided into Bright and Hoodin. The Brights are an inspiration to their communities, while the Hoodin have their feathers rooted in the natural world around them. See what I did there? Rooted? Dad jokes. Anyway, the Luma are dove or pigeon-like and are universally considered touched. Bit crazy. They are subdivided between Sable and Sarah Luma. Sable being hardier folk and difficult to get a read on, while Sarahs are songbirds that need to be the center of attention. Raptors are exactly as their name implies, birds of prey. Comprised of hawk-like folk and eagle-like folk and such and so on, these are the hunters of the bird folk. They contain Marin, which are patient swimmers, and the Mistral, who excel at aerial combat. Strig, a personal favorite, are the owl folk, subdivided between stout and swift. Stout, as the name implies, are big brawlers, while the swift are the smaller, more nimble ones that excel at survival. Leaving the bird folk behind, we move into the humble folk with the servan, deer-like folk comprised of grove and pronghorns. The grove type are swift, nimble, and powerful leapers, while the pronghorns, another favorite, are robust with combat-effective horns. Get gored, fool! Anyway, the hedge are a hedgehog-like race, as the name implies. And they are not a subdivided race. They are very forest attuned. They can speak with bugs and such, and have a nasty ability to curl up into a little spiked ball that makes them very painful to attack. Gerbine are the mouse folk, also comprised of a single type. They're nimble, great jumpers, but also highly courageous with a community-first mindset like the Gallus. Reminds me of a mouse guard. Mapak, yet another favorite, are raccoon-like folk. Like the hedge and the gerbine, there's just the one type, and they excel at scrounging and crafting. I love these little trash pandas. And finally, we had the hoity-toity Vulpin, a fox-like race. Again, comprised of only a single type, they excel at evasion and guile. This all being said, the authors immediately present a variant option on page 32 of the core rulebook that allows for a big range of types for the above presented races. Don't want your Gerbean to be Jerboa-like? No problem. Chinchillas work just as well, or if you can stretch your imagination, go for rabbits or hares and so on and so forth. The point being, the authors anticipated players' need for freedom in their character customization and addressed it. Bravo to that decision. So many games miss the mark here, and Humblewood excels. As far as character classes go, Humblewood presents new options for Bard with College of the Road, and Clerics with both the community and night domains, more fitting the flavor of the setting. Fighters get a new martial archetype, the Scofflaw, and never have I had more smart-ass fun as a character class. Trash talk is literally built into the class abilities, and you better believe I brought the trash to the table with this one. New character backgrounds are presented as well with the Bandit Defector, Grounded, and Wind Touch options. Also, a number of new feats are included, as is a staple with most D&D settings and books. Finally, a number of new spells are included. Now, within the box set that me and the missus bought, there were cards that presented these spells, kind of like putting your spell down on an index card, so you could have it there with you, so you didn't have to go looking up your spell every time. Except these have some really fun art that we thoroughly enjoyed, some of which are holograms. Very neat little addition. I loved it. The book does an exceptional job detailing the deities and beliefs of the setting in a brief and concise manner that conveys the feeling more so than drowning you in unnecessary detail, and I appreciated that. Then it's off to a little section diving into the various regions, towns, and other locales for your adventurers to be based out of and to explore. Exploration is a big theme with all this, bear in mind. Like the world is known but not detailed. There's still a presentation of wonder, and you're not 100% sure what's over that rocky crag or in that nasty marsh, and I dig that. The next section is a big old adventure. Felt like half the dang book, taking characters from level 1 to 5 or so, depending. I found it wonderfully presented, straddling a thin line between heartwarming and perilous. Finally, there's a bestiary in the back as well. Now, the box set that we got contained the setting, a book as detailed above, also those sweet cards I mentioned, but also a number of beautiful maps I've used many times even for other settings, and a number of little cardboard standees with the bases. And as the years go by and costs keep going up, I've started to become a fan of cardboard standees. Humblewood did it, Dragon Maid did it, and I've loved both presentations, so there is nothing skimped here just because they aren't resin. Now, is it cool? Are you kidding? It's awesome. It's amazing. Mrs. and I saw it and couldn't wait to get ourselves a set. Now, I did not back this on Kickstarter back in the day. I'm still wary of those crowdfunding things, as I had to put 3 on my watch radar after the success of Humblewood, and I'm sorry to say, all 3 went well beyond their projected dates, like years. One was horribly late, another released at Gen Con before the people that backed it ever saw what they paid for, and third one finally just took down this Kickstarter page entirely, so I never did see if those folks ever got their stuff. So I'm still a little wary of the whole crowdfunding thing. I'll let others take that plunge before I commit money. But that's just me, and I'm probably being overparanoid. But I can't recommend this set enough. Absolutely, 5 stars from me. Beautiful artwork, really exceptional, fantastic writing and presentation, quality materials. Yeah, this one was fantastic. Get yourselves a copy today. There you have it, folks. The Humblewood campaign setting on Tabletop Tuesday. Thank you all who tuned in. I appreciate you giving me a moment of your time. I hope I entertained you, or at least presented some information of use to you. Feel free to like and subscribe as I put out several videos a week on a wide variety of subjects. Bound to be something entertaining in here for you. Thanks again, everyone. It's Tuesday. Go gather around the table, roll some dice, play some cards, make some memories. And if you've the notion, bust out a good movie, watch a cartoon, read a comic. And as always, have a good one.